So, good morning or good night, depending on where you are in the world, and welcome to another album review of The Shield Dude on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector, and today we're talking about the brand new album by the band Employed to Serve. They're a UK metalcore band that they released their new album Falling Star last Friday. I listened to it last weekend, but I had a lot of stuff to do. But I wanted to talk about this record because I think Employed to Serve quietly released one of the best metalcore albums of the year so far. So yeah, this is a band that I have been following, and their last album came out, I think, way back in 2022. I didn't get to talk about that album, and yeah, it's been 3 years, and the band is back with this record. And this record is 11 tracks, like 47 minutes to 49 minutes in length. And I think it is their best album yet. What they did on this album is like they combined what they've done in the past, but I think they brought in more melody into the sound of Employed to Serve. So this album, they first released, the first single that they released was Atonement, and that featured Will Ramos from Lorna Shore, and that is a very heavy track. There's like some great breakdowns. There's some heavy ass breakdowns that you almost feel like you're going to drop on the floor with all the pain. Oh, pins and needles, pins and needles. Oh. So yeah, that's what I would imagine that would happen, like when you are listening to this track in the mosh pit. So Will Ramos sounds great, and also Justine Jones, the singer from Employed to Serve, sounds great in this song and the whole album. I really think this is an album where Justine pushes herself vocally on this record more and tries different sort of things, like more cleans, more like harder, different styles to her approach, and it makes the Employed to Serve sound a bit more palpable, and I think more accessible to other people that maybe don't listen to this type of music. So I think Atonement was a great beginning song, and it has a great guitar solo on that track that I really love. The album starts really heavy with Treasury. That's one of the most aggressive tracks on the record, and I think that it's good that they used that as the first song because it's a good bridge to like Old Employed to Serve to what they're doing on this record. Don't get scared. That doesn't mean that they're forgetting their previous sound. No, it's still present on this record. My favorite track on the record is Last Laugh, which features Serena Sherry from Svalbard. And on this one, she does the clean vocals. And she sounds great. To me, she's an amazing vocalist. I love Svalbard. And I think that this track is heavy, but when Serena brings you that clean vocals that she does so well, it's just so haunting and beautiful. And that's why I think this is one of my favorites, if not my favorite track from this record. I mentioned that this record has a lot of like melody. Yes, there's more melodic on tracks like Falling Star, The Renegades, From This Day Forward, and Falling Star has some heavy ass bass parts. Yeah, the song, not only heavy bass parts, but like the chorus on Falling Star is very hypnotic, very catchy at the same time without losing the essence of what is the Employed to Serve sound. So there's so many guest vocalists on this one. The other guest vocalist is What Side Are You On, which features Jesse Leach from Killswitch Engage, and obviously he sounds great on that track with Justine. And something that they did on this album is like they had 3 guest stars on this record, but they all shined and they all brought something different, and that's how you do guest vocalists. You use them to enhance the track, and they did that with the 3 tracks that they did. But what I like is like sometimes when you have a lot of guest tracks on the record. Sometimes those are the best songs. And what about the songs that they have no guest stars? Thankfully, on this record, they have some great tracks where they have no guest stars, like the ones that I mentioned, which are really great tracks. So, Employed to Serve is a band that can, stand on their own and do great tracks, but they can bring people in and enhance their sound. But do not rely on that, because there can be the other trope. Like if you have a record with too many guest musicians, you get to, or like guest vocalists, you get to think like maybe they don't feel secure in their sound. But no, that's not the case with Employed to Serve. And Fallen Star really kicks ass on so many levels. So yeah, like I said at the beginning, I think Employed to Serve just released one of the best metalcore albums of 2025 with no much fuss. I actually knew that this record was gonna come out like the day before. I hadn't listened to the singles. I was like, wait, what happened? I didn't get any promos or anything for this. So I'm glad I got to talk about this record, because it's a pretty cool record. And I think Justine Jones' vocals on this one are their best, and I think this is a band that on this record sound the most cohesive that they have sounded. So yeah, want to see what they do for future releases, but for now, Falling Star by Employed to Serve rocks. So I want to know from you, Couchers, what do you think of this album? Comment down below. What are your favorite tracks? And if you like the videos I'm putting out, do not forget to subscribe and give me a like. That helps me with the YouTube algorithm to get to more people like yourself. So until next time, Couchers, this is Hector, the Shield Dude on the Couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and goodbye.